Tim Pool shredded for saying liberal women should be complimented by comparing them to Lizzo or Dylan Mulvaney. No, I think this is a good idea. They are trying to convince us that Lizzo and Dylan Mulvaney are beautiful and sexy. Okay. In that case, whenever we want to compliment you, we'll compare you to them. And if you get offended, that means you are a bigot that doesn't consider them beautiful and sexy. You just outed yourself. This is a brilliant idea. Oh, God, I love this too. Tim Pool left is being trolled for a tweet. Yeah, because you see what they did here? If they didn't specify that Tim Pool was the one on the left, you wouldn't be able to tell which one of them he was. If you were just like a complete noob, you don't know who any of these three people are. Unless they specifically explained Tim Pool was the one on the left, you wouldn't be able to know which one of these was supposed to be Tim Pool. I mean, when you got one named Tim and another named Dylan, I mean, you're going to have to start making some guesses, right? You see what these bigots did? Tim Pool was trolled for a twat, asking people to compliment liberal women by comparing them to Lizzo or Dylan Mulvaney. In a recent twat, Pool wrote, start complimenting liberal women by telling them they look like either Dylan Mulvaney or Lizzo. Dude, whatever you may think of Tim Pool, this is a brilliant idea. I don't know if he came up with it or one of his writers did, but either way, brilliant. We all need to start doing this. Tim Pool has been blasted for inappropriate social media posts in the past as well, including his comments on the Minecrafting at the Colorado Gay Club, wherein he called meetups the meetups a grooming event. And so, yep, there's this post. Start commenting the answering the either Dylan Mulvaney or Lizzo. I agree. 35,800 likes, as should be. We shouldn't tolerate cheese pizza connoisseurs grooming kids. Pool twatted. Club Q at a grooming event. How do prevent the violence and stop grooming? Pool twatted at the time, following which he was met with massive social media outrage. Hey, and he's still around. He's still fine. He's still okay. Right now, apparently recent controversies around Dylan Mulvaney and Lizzo. We got the Bud Light stuff. We don't need to talk. What's Lizzo's controversy? Lizzo slammed for a line in her song "Girls" or "Girls." I guess I got to gargle more. Where she used was considered an ableist slur. The word she used was the song's opening verse. I'd never heard it used as a slur against disabled people. Never ever Lizzo said. Well, what is the verse? Oh, man. And then she apologized, of course, huh? Oh, just said she didn't know. Like, as long as she doesn't apologize. Now, social media user slams Tim Pool in his recent twat, one saying, you steal everything. And do you have any original idea that isn't yours? Oh, okay. So did someone else come up with this idea first? That one might be a legitimate complaint. Tim, do you think liberal women are worried about who you think is attractive? You suave master of dating you? Well, considering that they seem to constantly be bitching about how they can't find a man, I'm sure every one of these women, once Tim Pool opened his bank balance and showed them how much money his account has in it, they would all suddenly be very interested in how attractive he finds them. You have no idea how inspired I am this very minute, said one user sarcastically. Are you sure it's sarcastic, though? I'm sure most women's will be so warm and understanding when met with such a compliment. Am I right? Yeah. Hey, that's what they want. They want to convince us that like Lizzo and Dylan Mulvaney are the pinnacle of beauty. Okay, let's start comparing all women to that. Another joke, dude, that's an excellent joke. You're a genius. Do you write your own material? And Lizzo and Dylan are both beautiful, so they shouldn't be insulted. Another user wrote, good. So that's why we should do this. They shouldn't be insulted. Am I right? Dove called the 74% fat. Dove is another brand. Like they're just like Ben and Jerry's. I doubt Dove will notice any sort of decline in their sales or stock price for what they did. Like their audience will support them no matter what. It's not going to matter. It's not going to hurt them at all.